1 week, 8 teams, 19 games inside the Moose Jaw Event Center, all to get to this moment. Canada, USA meeting for 6 straight World Finals, but for the first time, Canada vying for gold on home ice. A moment for the history books, as another chapter will be written in the best rivalry on ice. The Americans shut out the Canadians 3-0 in the group stage, but tonight, it's all about what counts for the world title. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren DuPont with you for tonight's gold medal final of the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships, live from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. And Darren, Team USA going undefeated to get here, and of course vying for their 3rd straight world title.
Yeah, they are world class, number 1 in the world for a reason. They've won every major international championship, right? And now looking for another one here. And they've got great goaltending, great defense, explosive forwards. They do everything well. Look for Declan Farmer to be the leader, but Malik Jones has been quietly racking up points and providing some secondary scoring.
Jones' debut in the A-pool play, and David Hopp has only known gold when he reaches the finals of the world stage. This is his 3rd World Championships in at the helm, and for Canada and their goaltending, will also be a big night for Dominic Larocque.
Yeah, he's got to be feeling a little pressure in the gold medal game. He knows the Americans are going to put all kinds of pressure on him. Can Canada find some offense? In the semifinal win, Dominic Cozolino had a pair of goals. He'll be relied on to provide more tonight.
It's going to be a big night for Russ Harrington, his first chance to be at the helm with the Canadians. He's been here before, starting with the team in 2017 as the assistant coach, part of Canada's last gold medal win on the world stage. And here's the close goaltending, the 2 best in the world, Jen Lee, Dominic Larocque. Very similar save percentages, the best, of course, in this tournament so far, and rightly so, as these 2 teams face one another in the gold medal final. The best crowd of the week, red, white, and a sprinkle of blue. Your officials tonight, referee Matt Fergenbaum, Andreas Lundin, and Tony Rundstrom on the lines as we get set for puck drop. Gold on the line, and we are underway. Canada wins the opening face-off, and USA chants already breaking out early. City of Moose Jaw has welcomed in everybody in the world, and USA fans no exception. Seeing all the different license plates out and about town. The action already in the US zone. Canada looking to strike early as they set up. Don Cozolino getting his stick on the puck. Early on, captain Tyler McGregor. Canada in their sleek red and blacks. USA in their whites, and what a collision! Josh Pauls, U.S. captain, takes the bump and right back at it.
Pauls and Adam Dixon collide at center. 2 leaders on either of these teams. Going to be fun to watch that battle continue tonight.
Corbin Smith for the Canadians settles it back down, looking for Tyrone Henry. His family has been back behind the Canadian bench with pom-poms. I see them once again firmly in their favorite seats. A chance that would have been something for Farmer. Can't keep your eyes off the slot. The Americans will get their Brody Roybal. Got the game-winning goal by opening up scoring against the Canadians in the preliminary round. That was a 3-0 win for the U.S. Certainly their most narrow margin of victory this tournament, but overall, a dominant performance by the Americans. Canada will look to regroup and learn from the lessons of Wednesday night's game. Here we are Sunday night, and Anton Jacobs-Webb fires it down. Jack Wallace with a physical play. Jen Lee plays it quick. Rod Crane, though, for Canada right behind the net. Already fast-paced action, great energy in the building. Josh Mashevitz pushed off the puck. Coming in close is Kovacevic for the Canadians, Micah Kovacevic. Oren Helbert will go after it. a Calgary product, having himself a nice little tournament so far. Both these teams can get rolling on offense quite well, but the chase is on back and forth earlier. Certainly a less tentative start than their group stage play. American captain Josh Pauls tries to find Misiewicz. Up to Dodson. Dodson feeds it back to Pauls. Pauls in front of the net. It's good! U.S. scores! And a big goal to take the lead early on in this gold medal final.
Yeah, Josh Misiewicz in front, deflects this home behind his back. Started with the drop pass to Pauls, and he threw it on net. The goaltender, Larocque, had Misiewicz all over him. It's going to warrant a conversation upstairs. Was there goaltender interference or not? Was Dominic Larocque able to make this save? We're going to look at the overhead. Watch Misiewicz, 24 for the U.S. Comes in. I think it's going to be a good goal. The puck was deflected in behind before he ever made contact with Larocque, but they're going to look at this just to make absolutely sure.
It was well-timed misdirection in a lot of ways. Dominic Larocque forced to look elsewhere. There's the officials once again. If the goal is good, Joshua Misiewicz coming into this game with just 3 assists, so this would be his first goal of the tournament. Play is under review again. A great crowd here in Moose Jaw to close out this week.
Get another look at it here. Drop feed from Dodson to Pauls and the shot on goal. And
even David Eustace was in just on the ice nearby already.
Yeah, we'll get the call.
It's a good goal. U.S. up early here. Exactly what they wanted. That's a tough blow for the Canadians. Their captain, Tyler McGregor, has been so excited to play on home ice ever since it was announced the championships would be coming to Moose Jaw. So now Canada's got to regroup it quick. Zach Lavin again with the physical play, that time on Josh Pauls. High stick will settle the puck down into the U.S. zone.
Yeah, good start for Canada, and then the U.S. strike just before the 3-minute mark. And, you know, for the U.S. to weather, not really an early storm, but some early pressure and then get the opening goal that fast, that's a tough break for Canada and a great start for the Americans.
Declan Farmer in the face-off circle for the Americans does his part, but the Canadian Tyrone Williams, or rather Tyrone Henry, far side, looks to keep it in play. Corbin Smith providing some pressure. Dom Cozzolino getting his stick on it. Farmer back the other way. Tampa Bay product coming in quick. Great entry into the zone. Nearly feeds it through to Pauls. There will be a penalty coming against the Canadians, though, for that effort. So right now, Americans did have Jen Lee heading to the bench, but this will be a big one. Canada's first penalty kill.
Tyler McGregor is going to go to the box for interference. It was just as the American forward was driving the far post, and as opposed to leaving the passing lane open, he decided to try and get in the lane. A little too aggressive, takes the penalty. And so this dangerous American group will get an opportunity in the power play. There it is. Yeah, just upended the American. Pauls on the way to the net. So a chance for some insurance on the power play.
Declan Farmer wins that one easily. As Brody Royval tees things up high slot, weaves it back. Bounce pass off the board to Jack Wallace, who has been a scoring machine as well for the United States. Brody Royval tees it back to Farmer. A bit of a missed pass there. Royval with 6 points, 5 goals. Back for Farmer, fires it up high off the elbow into the netting. And Canada, number 6 on the penalty kill this tournament, sitting at a 75% efficiency, but the Americans proving their strength and getting some good shots on goal.
Good shot, elbow save from Larocque. Canada, they're okay letting the U.S. work the perimeter. They need to protect the slot in the front of the goal.
Farmer again wins the face-off off to Brody Roybal. Heading by Kozolino, and it's up off the elbow. Mishevitz was right there again along with Farmer, and a good clearing for the Canadians. Jack Wallace chases it down. U.S. with a third overall best power play in the tournament so far, going 3 for 11. Farmer with one, Grove with one, and Jack Wallace as well. Here comes Brody Roybal, just wide. Jack Wallace teeing things up. Farmer calls for it. That one just off the body of Dominic Larocque. 40 seconds left in this USA power play, the first look of the ninth. Farmer weaves in, fires it up high. Pressure continues. 5 on 4 for the Americans. Canadians now chanting, "Let's go Canada." Noah Grove looks to dig it out in the far corner. Finds Wallace along the wall, back over to Grove. Grove teeing it up from the circle. Won't take the shot, circles back instead. Drop pass to Wallace. Helber tries to get on it. Larocque makes the sharp angle stop, and the Canadians clear it out. Bounces right off Grove back in, but does give Canada a chance to settle it down, and a good penalty kill for Canada early on.
A great job on the kill.
Dom Kozolino now gets upended, and David Eustace for USA tries to feed it through. Travis Dodson as well getting his stick on it. McGregor being chased down by David Eustace. Looks for Lavin, can't keep it in. Dixon though to Dunn, that could have been something. Just under sled, and Noah Grove will fight for it for the U.S. Canada yet to get a shot on goal early on in the first period. Meanwhile, USA leads 1-0. 4 shots on goal so far, with an icing call to bring it back just in front of U.S. goaltender Jen Lee.
And Canada under pressure on the last penalty kill, but limiting the U.S.'s chances right in front. I thought that was really important. So you get the first one out of the way. Now you can settle down a little bit. Get your skating moving a little bit. Get comfortable. Play in the offensive zone a little bit more. And see if you can't find an equalizer.
They're looking for it done to Anton Jacobs-Webb now. Hovering around the goal line far side. Dunn providing some help. Digs it out. Looks to tee it up to Lavin, but Dodson just too fast. Gets his stick on it. Calling for Eustace. McGregor in the way. Here's a chance for Dunn. In front, it's stopped. What a save by Jen Lee. Good chance for Canada, but here comes U.S. David Eustace back pass to Travis Dodson up high. And there to help with the rebound, Anton Jacobs-Webb. As Captain McGregor gets stopped, a momentum stopper by David Eustace on that bump. Collisions abound, and U.S. looking to take control once again. They've got the 1-0 lead here. Dominic Larocque will play it. Lavin can't meet the puck, so Rob Armstrong chip it down. Wallace to Douglas, and Rod Crane freeing the puck. Vincent Boily out on the ice as well for the Canadians. Number 13 just celebrated his birthday on Friday. Be nice to celebrate with a gold medal. Here's another chance for the Americans. Back behind the net of Dominic Larocque, and Wallace was there for the tip-in, but it goes wide. Forced back into the neutral zone. Whistles at a premium right now. The crowd thriving off this intensity. Gold medal final. They've been here before, but it sure feels different on home ice now on the Americans. Dominic Larocque will settle it down. It's Team USA, the reigning champions, looking for their 3rd straight title, get the lead early. 1-0 in the first period.
Culligan Water isn't just a name. It's a promise to put you and your loved ones first. Because with cleaner, softer water, you can feel confident about your water. Culligan Water has been the local water expert since 1936, when we pioneered the water softener. We've continued delivering unmatched service by meeting you where you are, whether it's where you live or where you work. And your satisfaction has always been our greatest reward. But that's not all. Culligan Water offers a responsible and economical alternative to the waste created from single-use plastic bottles. Our systems make it easier to preserve the planet, its landscapes, and its oceans. Because at the heart of everything Culligan Water does is a commitment to provide better water for a better world.
We get set for a face-off in Canadian territory. It'll be Corbin Smith who wins it for the red, black, and white. Canadian colors out on the ice. They've got to clear it out of their own end safely. They do. Captain McGregor looking to get Canada on the board and tie things up here in this gold medal final. Joshua Mashevitz getting the opening goal for Team USA, helped by Captain Josh Pauls, and we'll have a penalty. We'll be going against Captain Josh Pauls right as we were celebrating the fact he got in on that first goal. There's an interference call at that.
Yeah, great opportunity for Canada to go to the power play here. They killed off the first American power play and now get rewarded. Their hard work in the offensive zone. So here's a great chance to draw even.
Now the U.S. has scored one shorthanded goal. David Eustace. But the Canadians can get going. They have the second overall power play in the tournament. And now a chance in close. Dom Cozzolino on the doorstep, but a bit of a costly maneuver as the rebound gets sent right down deep into Canada's zone. And there's Eustace, knocking his opponent off the puck. Chris Douglas as well out there for Team USA. James Dunn puts on the speed, looks for the feet, shoots, and it's just wide right. Dixon back to McGregor, kept in on the blue line. Cozzolino looks for Dunn, just missed. Some powerful passes. The U.S. will just tee it all the way back down. Larocque chip it up. Jack Wallace can't quite keep it out of the American zone. They'll just trade back and forth. Dixon looks to keep it in play. Wallace now to Farmer. Here's a chance for the U.S. Shorthanded. Drop pass back to Wallace. Scooped up by Dixon. And Dom Cozzolino takes control for Canada. Forced to redirect. The crowd would have loved to just see the breakaway, but some smart play as McGregor tries to keep going. Brodie Roybal now scoops it back up. Canada with 2 shots on goal, looking to add to it. Final 30 seconds of their power play. Adam Dixon looking for a feed, shoots it down deep, forcing the action. Back behind the net of Jen Lee. Noah Grove for the United States. Far side as the clock winds down on Canada's 5-on-4. Final 10 seconds here. Crowd cheering. Here's a chance. Oh, Zach Lavin can't get a stick on it. Just a tough go. Was ready to release. Rob Armstrong ends up helping out just by having the puck at the back of his bucket. Oren Halbert now has a big chance. Oh, Jack Wallace right in front. Some of Canada's best chances. Still not quite enough to tie things up. Team USA leads early 1-0 on Canada in the gold medal final of the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships.
got another parking ticket.
Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Canada looking to get on the board here in this gold medal game. Corbin Smith in the face-off circle with Declan Farmer. Captain Josh Pauls will carry it away over the blue line, weaves by, hoping to connect with Evan Nichols, making his A-pool debut, and Captain McGregor getting in on that. Josh Pauls already with an assist on that opening goal to Mishevitz. Declan Farmer scoops it back and forth, and Tyrone Henry with some solid defense down low. Keeps it away, shots on goal favoring the Americans 5-2 at this time. We approach the final 3 minutes of the opening frame.
Yeah, Canada's had a good pushback though after the Americans took the early lead. Farmer
Teeing things up, looking for support. Malik Jones, who had a big 5-point game in their semifinal against China. Farmer, high slot, looking for that open lane. Off the elbow, a big stop by Dominic Leroy. Near corner, Malik Jones, another player making his World Championships debut for the national team. Out of Aurora, Colorado. Exciting opportunity for all these players joining such storied programs. Again, the U.S. has never missed a program in 32 years. Caught out of position, though. Vincent Boilly was hoping to do something for the Canadians. Jen Lee, though, covers it up, protects the lead for Team USA.
Jen Lee caught way out of position and behind the net, but he's so athletic, he's able to recover. And just a staple in that U.S. net. He's been so good. Watch. He comes out here. Oh, that's the end of the play where he just covers it up. But prior to that, Canada was just unable to bring the puck out in front and put it inside the open net.
So Micah Kovacevic got the draw for Canada. U.S. will take it away. Noah Grove coming in fast, collides with Rob Armstrong. Warren Halbert weaves around, looking for some space, and there will be a penalty coming against the Americans. So Dominic Leroy leaves his spot. Yes. An interference call sends Benjamin Musselman to the penalty box for Team USA, and another chance for the Canadians on the power play.
The power play looked good the first time out. Thought they had some good opportunities. The U.S. did have a shorthanded chance too, but a glorious opportunity for Canada to draw even heading into the break here on a late period power play.
A minute 27 on the game clock, or period clock rather, here in the first, while 2 minutes, of course, on the board. And the Americans still win that draw, and they'll have to protect the line. Adam Dixon chases it down. Dominic Leroy will play it up to James Dunn, or tries to. Battle of the number 4's far side. Brody Roybal comes away with it. Dom Cozzolino steals that one back. Cozzolino, Canada's points leader. 6 goals, 2 of those on the power play. Now Captain McGregor look to carry it up by himself. Wallace fires it around. Why not? Helps to get to Farmer, and quick. Here comes a race. Declan Farmer, open ice, one-on-one, and it's good! Declan Farmer makes it 2 for Team USA. Shorthanded goal.
Great stretch pass. Declan Farmer doesn't often miss when he's in all alone. And for Tyler McGregor, just unable to catch the speedy Farmer. He was in pursuit. Farmer cleanly picked it up off the boards, and then he's off to the races. Little deke, and it's just that little pause at the end, letting Laroth reach to his left, and then when it opens up, finishing it off.
Farmer, a three-time world champion already, 21, 19, and 2015. That's his 8th goal of the tournament, his 2nd on the, no, not on the power play. That was a shorthanded one. Of course, Canada, the team with the player advantage, couldn't capitalize there. Either way, it's all to say Declan Farmer knows how to make things happen on special teams. Jack Wallace tees it up again for number 16, just out of reach. Final seconds wind down here in the first period. And the late goal by Declan Farmer gives Team USA a 2-0 lead heading into the first intermission. And it was that moment, shorthanded one-on-one, big smiles afterwards. The Canadians taking time to regroup. They look to win gold on home ice for the first time ever. We'll be back as the gold medal final continues at the 2023.
Perhaps a bigger difference outside of equipment would be the bench setup. And I feel like a lot of people might not know how that actually functions. The difference is that there's actually no real bench in the bench. It's more or less just synthetic ice, so that when we do come off and on for changes, we can just kind of slide off and slide on. And there's no getting out of your sled to sit on the bench and then getting back in your sled to go for a shift.
Actually, Pyeongchang, we had ice, which was pretty cool. I think that was the coolest one that we've had because we'd skate as fast as we could in there and then snow our coaches, which was cool.
If there's big lips from the actual ground level to the rink level, it's oftentimes difficult for grassroots athletes to be able to navigate those lips, because be able to go from ground floor up here to rink down here it's a big transition down, and it's even a bigger transition up to get off the ice.
When they start to play at a younger age, the bench is on the ice, right beside the boards, just because it makes it easier for the little guys to come in and out.
The rinks that aren't outfitted properly for sledge don't have any see-through plexiglass in the benches, so most players can't even see what's going on before they step on the ice.
For breakouts in sledge hockey, a lot of it is to do with supporting and just helping out your team, making it so that it's easy to break out, because it's hard when you're doing it by yourself, right? So for us, it's just being quick and support.
So after getting a crisp pass from Tyrone, it's a little, like you said, it's a little bit tougher because we're all facing up ice. We can't turn backwards like a stand-up hockey player. So our entries, like you said, it's a lot of support. We like supporting each other when we come in. Sometimes when you don't have anything, we'll just throw it in the corner and have our speedy wingers get in there. It's very much like the hockey you see in the NHL.
Can't skate backwards.
You can try.
You can try. It doesn't look very pretty though, and it's not going to be very efficient. A couple extra penalties where you can't T-bone guys. So if you go into a guy with the front of your sled first, obviously that's a 2-minute for teeing, and it's good because the sleds can do some damage, as we found out.
It's the worst. Again, it takes all your momentum out, and it's just a miserable way to get hit.
So the play in front of the net is a lot different from stand-up hockey, just because you have so many more things that the puck can hit going to the net and just in front of the net. And then you also, if you look, sometimes you're looking down, if the puck's underneath, you can't find it, but the guy beside you can see it.
either you're knocking a guy over and you're trying to get back up again and you're trying to push him out of the way. It gets physical, and I love it though. So that's why I play the game.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkland ticket. Play 92, number 1 for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
There's really not much to it. It's basically a bucket we sit in, attached to some tubing, a frame, and a foot piece that our lower extremity goes in.
Tubes on the side and there's blades on the bottom, just like regular skates.
So there's 2 blades with a pretty decent variance based on skill level. It can range from pretty well, 6 to 8 inches to just a fraction of an inch at the most, like elite level. And I'd say the difference between the wider blades and the more narrow blades could be balance, speed, and just your ability to be agile in your sled.
At the grassroots level, there's pretty adjustable sleds, so they can fit for longer legs or shorter legs, wider blades for better balance, or closer blades for better turning.
There's a lot of pins and bolts that the user can modify based on, their growth or their weight or what they kind of like out of their sled before they say, hey, this is the perfect fit.
But once you get onto the higher level teams, you start getting your own custom sleds made, and they fit perfectly to you and what height you want it and how long you want it.
Because at that level, we don't really need to change it day in and day out. Something that's unique about this sport is that we actually have 2 blades underneath, not just one like your typical hockey skate would have.
So we sharpen the blades almost every practice, just depends on whether we lose an edge or not. And then we have little mini, almost like mini sticks with picks on the bottom of them.
So currently speaking, I'd say the biggest modification is just stick length. And because we use our sticks for both skating and shooting, you kind of have to consider, will a longer stick give me a longer stride? Or will a shorter stick give me a shorter stride? Will a longer stick give me a harder shot? Or will a shorter stick give me a more accurate shot?
So there's a left-sided curve and a right-sided curve. It's almost like having a left and right stick in regular hockey. So you have to be pretty ambidextrous to be able to move right to left and shoot with both hands.
I know when I first started, I actually wore my prosthetic on my sled because A, I didn't really know any different, and B, I didn't really know how to protect my limb when my leg wasn't on.
When I first started playing, I just wore a regular street shoe and I actually wore hockey pants in my sled, but later realizing that's not the most ideal because it's way too bulky and you don't really need protection when you're sitting in a bucket. You do wear shin protectors, and I actually wear a skate boot that has the skate missing just to protect my toes from pucks or people slapping at your feet.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming, Geo satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do? Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM.
Scores! Jägerbomb!
In his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Hello and welcome back. A shorthanded goal by Team USA's points leader, Declan Farmer, puts the Americans up 2-0 over Canada in the gold medal final with just 44 seconds left in the opening frame. And time will be important too, as Canada has 33 seconds left of their second power play to start the second frame. I'm Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren DuPont with you for this gold medal final at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. And while this is a big deal on home ice for the Canadians, they have a lot of work to do right now to catch up with Team USA, knowing what the Americans are capable of in net.
Well, we've seen it already in this opening period. Canada has had a couple of good opportunities, including 2 power play chances, and they really haven't been able to get the great scoring chances that they're used to seeing throughout this tournament. That's how good the Americans are defensively. They're so tough. So when you get a chance, you really need to take advantage of it. Canada hasn't been able to through the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, the first period, though, a great display of the speed of these top 2 teams in the world. And yeah, there have been chances for Canada, but few and far between. The Americans outshooting them 6-2, and then of course the scoring efficiency, being able to put 2 of those in goal as well.
Yeah, that's the big thing is that, the shorthanded goal really is the one that hurts Canada. When you're on your second power play, trying to draw the game even, the shorthanded goal is the one that hurts you. And that's just the speed of Declan Farmer. He just blew right around McGregor on the far side. He was unable to catch him in pursuit. A big second goal.
And it all began right here, the speed. And the Canadians winning that opening face-off, but then all USA.
Yeah, it was. The opening goal was a nifty feed, a drop pass from Dodson to find Josh Pauls, and then his shot deflected right in by Josh Mashevitz, who was in a good spot to take away the sight lines of the Canadian goaltender, Dominic Larocque, and then deflected in past the Canadian goaltender to make it 1-0. They reviewed it, said it was good. There was no interference. Canada got some pressure of their own. Great chance from James Dunn, but he was stopped. A couple of chances Canada has. Jen Lee was there to make the save. He moves so well in the net, side to side. And then this one from Cozzolino, he just got caught too close to the goal, down low. And that allowed Jen Lee to step up, take away all the angles right here, make the save with the blocker. And then this one that we talked about, the shorthanded goal. McGregor's unable to catch Declan Farmer, and he's got great speed, he's got great hands, and an unbelievable ability to finish. 2-0. Canada's in a hole after 1.
And these 2 teams, both with 13 players putting up points in this tournament. But for the Americans, all of them have scored or been part of scoring multiple times. Canadian fans, though, thrilled to be watching this live in Moose Jaw tonight. And the legacy of the Para-Hockey Championships will also play on in Moose Jaw. The rink having to undergo renovations, much needed to make everything accessible. That will continue. Sled hockey will play on here at the Moose Jaw Event Center. And the crowds, they've been coming out for the Canadian teams, showing up for the other countries who come to Canada for the first time ever for this event. And the teams will go home with their medals and the special token from the city of Moose Jaw featuring a moose.
Those are so cool. So cool.
Some nice hardware to add to the medals, but here we go. 30 more minutes to play as the second period gets underway. Again, Canada with the 5-on-4 advantage. Just under 20 seconds left to go. James Dunn looks to feed it to Vincent Boilet. And Oren Halbert along the far wall. Fires it down. Canadians just looking to get those shots on goal. They've only had 2 chances through the first 15 minutes. Oren Halbert brings it back to Rob Armstrong. Noah Grove from the near side point at that. Allows Team USA to make their line changes. David Eustace will cut it off. Canada tries to clear it out. Anton Jacobs-Webb getting caught up between Mishevitz and Grove. And the puck goes into the bench area.
So you talk about Canada getting this great opportunity on home ice for the first time, and it really is. You know, we thought they might have had an opportunity at the 2010 Paralympic Games in Vancouver. Problem is, Canada fell in the semifinal, was unable to meet the USA in the gold medal game, which might have been the first time in Canada they would have met for gold, but it never happened, and Canada ended up finishing 4th back in 2010. So this is a real redemption opportunity for Canada and an opportunity on home ice that they've got to find a way to get things moving.
Jack Wallace with a quick feed, and David Eustace scores! Team USA leads 3-0 in this gold medal final.
Well, just when I said Canada has to find a way to get going, Jack Wallace has been really good for the Americans all tournament. And here, he creates the play. Look, head up, looking for the pass. Made a move to create some space to put it on his left hand. Slid it all the way across. And David Eustace has gone to the net really hard so far in this game. And how nice to make that little quick move right at the net. Big finish.
Second goal of the tournament for Eustace. Of course, his first being a shorthanded goal at that. Meanwhile, Jack Wallace, another of the points leaders for Team USA. That's his 7th point. Bringing it over, 7th point, rather 6th assist. He certainly is always a helper out on the ice. Great vision when he's out there. Chris Douglas gets turned around, and Declan Farmer takes control. High slot, tees it up, fires down. Larocque with a body save, backs it out for good measure. Dom Kozolino hoping to clear it. Zach Lavin will meet the puck, though, as Evan Nichols fires another one towards the net. Sustained pressure here from the Americans. This time, though, puck squirts free, and Declan Farmer goes to meet it. Centering feed ends up instead the stick of Dom Kozolino, and Captain McGregor tries to stick handle. Shoots, oh, it touches the post. It's no good. The crowd's reacting because the goal light triggered, but it's no good off the post. But what a shot.
They're getting excited. They want something to go Canada's way here in the second period. That was right off the post. It kind of fooled Jen Lee and stayed out.
Jack Wallace now doing all the work. Open lane to the net. And just soft off the pad of Dominic Larocque. Canadians have yet to score against the Americans in this tournament, while firmly cementing themselves as the best to meet Team USA in this gold medal final. Josh Misiewicz. Back passes it to Ben Musselman. Musselman looks to regain control. Skims it around. As Kevin McKee meets it far side. Hefty collision with Oren Helmbert. Vincent Boily pushed into the boards by David Eustace. Travis Dodson out there for Team USA as well. Eustace with the puck. Already scored in the game, made it 3 for Team USA. Rod Crane hoped to find Kovacevic. And now Oren Helmbert tries to stick handle his way out. Noah Grove with the physical play. Officials take a tumble out on the ice as well. So David Eustace extends the lead for Team USA as an icing brings it back into the American zone.
Yeah, and good chance here. That's the post shot from Tyler McGregor. And look at the overhead. Jen Lee, he was looking in his glove afterwards, checking it for holes. It just went right underneath and off the post and stayed out.
And what a lucky break for the Americans on that one. Now the Canadian fans just ready to celebrate. James Dunn in red. Making a dig for the puck behind Noah Grove. Gets his stick on it. Back to Dixon. Here's a little feed right in front. That just can't connect as Travis Dodson holds up Anton Jacobs-Webb. That could have been something done with the same move that Josh Misiewicz pulled off for Team USA earlier to open scoring. Josh Paul's captain for the Americans. Over to Kevin McKee and Zach Lavin with a big bump along the boards. Tyrone Henry now. Canada finding themselves once again deep in their own end. Chris Douglas up to Farmer. Jacobs-Webb putting the pressure on the scoring leader. Douglas again into the slot. Jones interrupted by Lavin. He's played tremendously for Canada. Up high, Tyrone Henry with the defense. Declan Farmer right in front. Oh, it skirts by. The crowd gasps. Jack Wallace now. Back up high, circle that, catches the pad of Dominic Larocque. And shots on goal just keep tallying higher for Team USA, 14-3 at this time. Canadians needed a chance to get on the board. Lavin up to Jacobs-Webb, looks for Dunn, carried over the blue line. Dixon races to meet it. Chris Douglas on it first. Back behind Dixon. He tees it up for Dom Cozzolino. Farmer right in the way, providing the block.
Quick heads-up play by Farmer to get right in the lane. Cozzolino's got a quick release, but he closed that gap really quick.
There's no way to get by. Corbin Smith will just tee it down as Jen Lee plays it to Misiewicz. Canadian captain goes into the end boards, looks for space. Cozzolino in front! As the loose puck gets covered up quick by Jen Lee. And a collective breath taken by the American fans as they maintain a 3-0 lead over Canada early on, second period of the gold medal final.
Ready to kick off spring in style with new offers from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Costco is back, and eligible members can receive a $750 bonus on select trucks and full-size SUVs. Step into the powerful 2022 Chevy Silverado or 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 with low financing rates starting at 1.49% for up to 72 months. Drive in comfort and style with the versatile 2023 Equinox and 2023 Terrain, featuring standard heated seats, advanced safety features, and a modern infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Or opt for the spacious and refined 2023 Buick Enclave with standard all-wheel drive starting from as low as 2.99% financing. Don't miss out on these limited time offers. Visit us today to experience the thrill of driving a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC.
Farmer, Cozzolino in the face-off circle of the American zone. Halbert tees it back to Cozzolino, who's had one of the best looks for Canada all night. Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren Dupont with you for this gold medal final inside the Moose Jaw Events Center. And the puck is free back in the near corner. Mashevitz sends it around back. Captain McGregor meets the puck. Gets it free as the Canadians look to set up in the slot. Nice under-sled pass, but it gets interrupted once again by Team USA. And that'll draw a penalty. As an interference call will go against Joshua Mashevitz, who doesn't seem to agree with it, but either way, Canada going on their third power play.
Yeah, and it feels, it's not, but it almost feels like a must score on the power play for Canada, just to get some momentum going and get some opportunities. They've had a few more chances in the second period, and I'd like the pushback. But now, pushback is one thing, you need to get rewarded. So this power play, crucial for Canada.
Some sustained pressure as well.
And you got to be careful too. Brody Roybal and Declan Farmer, dangerous shorthanded. They've already connected on a shorthanded goal earlier tonight.
That was the goal to make it 2 for Team USA. Canada needing to play safe and smart, but Roybal will just fire it down. Plenty of time for the Americans to catch up. Farmer already looking to meet Corbin Smith back behind the net of Larocque. Over to McGregor with a nice feed. Connects with Dunn off the sideboards. Roybal will beat Dixon to it. And around we go as Canada just looks to regain some offensive control here on the power play. They are 0-2 coming into this one. One shorthanded goal against. Dom Cozzolino battling for it along the far wall right in front of the U.S. bench. Grove. That one off the body of Cozzolino, helping the Canadians keep it in the neutral zone. Dunn caught up with Grove. Roybal takes it away. Cozzolino can't get in close like he wants to. Dominic Larocque will play it back behind. That's another penalty coming against Team USA. And so right now, the delayed penalty. Finally, the call, the whistle. And that'll be an interference call on Declan Farmer in a 5-on-3 situation for the Canadians.
Yeah, he's going to get called for goaltender interference here as the puck goes in back of the net. Larocque came out to play it. It wasn't just also about hitting the goaltender, it was also late. So Farmer goes to the box, and Canada gets another opportunity. This power play hasn't been their best. So they get another chance and a short bit of time on the 5-on-3. And there has been no better opportunity for Canada in this game to get on the board than right now.
So 26 seconds left on Joshua Mashevitz's penalty as Declan Farmer is in the penalty box now for 2 minutes. 5-on-3 for Canada. Battle of the number 8s now. Wallace beats McGregor to it, so they'll fire the puck down. And Dodson, quick to meet it. Dixon works it up for Canada. Tees it over to Dunn. Dunn with a feed to McGregor, can't get a stick on it. So back 5-on-4 now as Misiewicz comes out of the penalty box.
Yeah, a tough call on an icing here in the power play, but the first power play is over. You still have a minute and a half here on the advantage, and we're going to get a timeout.
And it is a big advantage considering Declan Farmer is in the penalty box, the man who scored shorthanded last time Canada was on the power play.
Yeah, Canada and Russ Harrington, they recognize this moment that this is it. If this team's going to get going in this game and find a way back in, they have to score now. You know, it's their fourth power play of the hockey game, and you haven't been able to not only get to the back of the net, but really create some great chances. And these Canadian fans, they're on the edge of their seat waiting. Give us something to cheer about, and you want to make sure your best players are rested. You got a key face-off and a minute and a half to try and get on the board.
Yeah, the crowd here in Moose Jaw still bringing the energy. Now this is the score, 3-0 that the Americans finished with in the preliminary round against Canada to sweep Group A. Undefeated so far to get them to this final. They're looking to three-peat as world champions. 2 number 9s in the face-off circle. Smith will win it for Canada, but can't connect up with McGregor. Josh Pauls. Down low, back pass to Wallace. So much cohesion. The Americans looking to score here. That'll be an offside to draw it back.
This U.S. team, they just play so structurally sound in all areas. They're disciplined for the most part. Tonight, they've gotten into a little bit of penalty trouble, but they're just so good in all phases, and we're seeing that on display tonight.
They also play with teams outside of the national teams, like Josh Misiewicz and the Chicago Blackhawks sled hockey. One thing that is tough for the Canadian national team, there's a rule that does not allow them to play outside of competitions with Team Canada. And in a lot of ways, that can be a challenge. Still, tremendous talent on the ice doesn't take away from anything they've been able to do to get themselves here into the gold medal game. And here's a chance, Oren Halbert. 5-on-4 for 55 more seconds. On the near wall. Puck loose. Zach Lavin to Cozzolino. Cozzolino up to McGregor. Fires it. Oh, and Halbert could have taken advantage of Jen Lee just out of position, but here we go. Jack Wallace, open ice. It's all Wallace back and forth and in. Team USA scores again on a Canadian power play.
Shorthanded breakaway for Jack Wallace. He's had himself one heck of a tournament for the Americans, and now gets his moment in the gold medal game. On the left hand, goes upstairs. Yeah, look at that smile. Good speed. Zach Lavin really trying his best in pursuit. Upstairs for Jack Wallace. What a tournament he's had. And now here in the gold medal final.
A goal and an assist in this game so far for number 8, Jack Wallace. 24-year-old defenseman from Franklin Lakes, New Jersey. Plays for the New Jersey Freeze outside of his Team USA commitments. Noah Grove circles back. Zach Lavin. Here's a chance for Canada. Jacobs Webb can't get his stick on it. And Travis Dodson. Plays it up to James Dunn. Now Lavin. That one gets sent. Played off the stick of Jen. And Tyrone Henry. James Dunn will free the puck. Canada keeps it in play. Number 4. Now Jacobs Webb fires it off. But what a save by Lee. And they don't like how close Zach Lavin is getting. David Eustace getting physical.
Yeah, Lavin's going to go off here on the penalty, I think. He snuck in behind Jen Lee and started a little bit of the scrum.
Good time to take a break. Team USA, 2 shorthanded goals. The latest from Jack Wallace makes it 4-0 USA in the second period of the gold medal finals. Team USA heads on their second power play. As the Canadian fans look on, they love a Canadian goal to get the Moose Jaw Event Center rocking. The energy's still good here. Sunday night, 1 week after play opened here on this incredible tournament. Game number 20. The reigning world champions in the lead now with the man advantage. Farmer over to Wallace. Wallace tees up, creates that space, that feed to Farmer, just slightly mistimed. Farmer back up to Pauls now. Pauls, drop pass to Mashevitz. Mashevitz open scoring. Roybal to Wallace. Gets by Armstrong. Armstrong tries to tee it up. LaRock with the stop.
Good stop from Dominic LaRock in tight. And he's battling in that Canadian net. I mean, 2 of these goals were on breakaways. The first one was a deflection right in front with an American player right on top of the crease. It hasn't been an easy night for him, but he continues to play well. Such a great competitor. And he's not going to quit until this thing is over.
Josh Pauls sets it up for Farmer. Turns away from Rob Armstrong. Pauls will carry it through back behind the net, creating all kinds of space out on the ice. Rod Crane able to get the turnover, and now Corbin Smith settles it, sends it down. This is only Team USA's second power play, but their special team units have been able to get going. 2 shorthanded goals from Farmer and from Wallace. Both out on the ice right now, looking to make good. The 5-on-4, 40 seconds left of that as we approach the final 2 minutes of the second period. Coming in close. Knocked off Josh Pauls. The American captain battling for it. Far wall. Henry and Crane for the Canadians. On the far side, edging closer towards the net. Official right on him, and Oren Halbert will do the work to clear it, but Declan Farmer protects the near point. Sets up high slot. That pass off the body of Crane. And a big collision, but right in front of the net is a chance now for Roybal. Roybal battling for it. Farmer, it's still active. LaRock looking to get on it. And that'll do. He covers it up, stops the play, and So much activity in front of the net.
Yeah, a lot of action in front of the net, but you know, those are battles that Canada needs to win. The Americans so good in front, but when you've got 4 red sweaters all trying to get the puck away from Brodie Roybal, tells you what kind of a player he is. And then Declan Farmer coming in. They're a handful. But Larocque stands tall, makes the save. Great job.
Brodie Roybal with an assist in this game to make it 7 points on the tournament so far. Team USA, the 4-0 lead. We're at even strength here as we head into the final minute of the second period. Shots on goal favoring the Americans 18-6. Zach Lavin trying to provide some pressure for Canada. McGregor as well. Stops McKee from getting there, but Noah Grove scoops it up. Travis Dodson hope to carry it forward. Some great pressure along the far wall. That'll get whistled down as McKee and Lavin get into it.
Starting to see a little more of the battles along the wall, and not frustration starting to amp up, but the physicality is so far. And the Americans so good working along the wall, cycling the puck, but Canada's starting to pick up the physical play now too.
They'll make some changes as Halbert goes off and Armstrong back into support. We're even strength here in the Canadian zone. James Dunn in the face-off circle with Declan Farmer. No clear winner on that one as Dunn tries to chip it up, and Jack Wallace looked to bat it down. Douglas feeds it back to Wallace. Up ahead, fired down deep, and it'll be an icing call.
Zach Lavin, one of Canada's leaders, coming off a great effort. He was Canada's player of the game in the semifinal win over Czechia. Had a goal in that game. James Dunn, Dom Cozzolino each had a pair. It's been a really good World Championships for Zach Lavin.
Anton Jacobs-Webb hoping to dig out from the face-off circle. Final 5 seconds here in the second. It's Canada unable to touch twine through 30 minutes, while Team USA adds 2 in the second frame, extending their lead 4-0 as they look to secure 3rd straight goal on the world stage of the World Para Ice Hockey Championships, coming to you live from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Perhaps a bigger difference outside of equipment would be the bench setup, and I feel like a lot of people might not know how that actually functions. The difference is that there's actually no real bench in the bench. It's more or less just synthetic ice, so that when we do come off and on for changes, we can just kind of slide off and slide on. And there's no, like, you know, getting out of your sled to sit on the bench and then getting back in your sled to go for a shift.
Actually, Pyeongchang, we had ice, which was pretty cool. I think that was the coolest one that we've had, because we'd skate as fast as we could in there and then snow our coaches, which was cool.
You know, if there's big lips from the actual, like, ground level to the rink level, it's oftentimes difficult for, you know, grassroots athletes to be able to navigate those lips, because be able to go from, like, you know, ground floor up here to rink down here is it's a big transition down, and it's even a bigger transition up to get off the ice.
When they start to play at a younger age, the bench is on the ice, right beside the boards, just because it makes it easier for the little guys to come in and out.
The rinks that aren't outfitted properly for sledge don't have any like see-through plexiglass in the benches, so most players can't even see what's going on before they step on the ice.
For breakouts in sledge hockey, a lot of it is to do with supporting and just helping out your team, making it so that it's easy to break out, because it's hard when you're doing it by yourself, right? So for us, it's just being quick and support.
So after getting a crisp pass from Tyrone, it's a little, like you said, it's a little bit tougher because we're all facing up ice. We can't turn backwards like a stand-up hockey player. So our entries, like you said, it's a lot of support. We like supporting each other when we come in. Sometimes when you don't have anything, we'll just throw it in the corner and have our speedy wingers get in there. It's very much like the hockey you see in the NHL.
Can't skate backwards.
You can try.
You can try. It doesn't look very pretty though, and it's not going to be very efficient. A couple extra penalties where you can't T-bone guys. So if you go into a guy with the front of your sled first, obviously that's a 2 minute for teeing, and it's good because the sleds can do some damage as we found out.
It's the worst. Again, it takes all your momentum out, and it's just a miserable way to get hit.
So the play in front of the net is a lot different from stand-up hockey, just because you have so many more things that the puck can hit going to the net and just in front of the net. And then you also, like, if you look, sometimes you're looking down, if the puck's underneath, you can't find it, but the guy beside you can see it.
Either you're knocking a guy over and you're trying to get back up again and you're trying to push him out of the way. It just gets physical, and I love it though. So that's why I play the game.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
My window's like a mirrored reflection. I have to steer you in the right direction. I have to trust that we can find a way.
On every trip, you can depend on Esso to be the place between places, connecting you to what's next.
Good morning!
So I got another Parkson ticket. Play 92, number one for throwbacks.
It's Kyler for Play 92. We'll catch you later.
There's really not much to it. It's basically a bucket we sit in, attached to some tubing, a frame, and a foot piece that our lower extremity goes in.
Tubes on the side and there's blades on the bottom, just like regular skates.
So there's two blades with a pretty decent variance based on skill level. It can range from pretty well, 6 to 8 inches to just a fraction of an inch at the most, like elite level. And I'd say the difference between the wider blades and the more narrow blades could be balance, speed, and just your ability to be agile in your sled.
At the grassroots level, there's pretty adjustable sleds, so they can fit for longer legs or shorter legs, wider blades for better balance, or closer blades for better turning.
There's a lot of pins and bolts that the user can modify based on their growth or their weight or what they kind of like out of their sled before they say, hey, this is the perfect fit.
But once you get onto the higher level teams, you start getting your own custom sleds made, and they fit perfectly to you and what height you want it and how long you want it.
Because at that level, we don't really need to change it day in and day out. Something that's unique about this sport is that we actually have 2 blades underneath, not just one like your typical hockey skate would have.
So we sharpen the blades almost every practice, just depends on whether we lose an edge or not. And then we have little mini, almost like mini sticks with picks on the bottom of them.
So currently speaking, I'd say the biggest modification is just stick length. And because we use our sticks for both skating and shooting, you kind of have to consider, will a longer stick give me a longer stride? Or will a shorter stick give me a shorter stride? Will a longer stick give me a harder shot? Or will a shorter stick give me a more accurate shot?
So there's a left-sided curve and a right-sided curve. It's almost like having a left and right stick in regular hockey. So you have to be pretty ambidextrous to be able to move right to left and shoot with both hands.
I know when I first started, I actually wore my prosthetic in my sled because A, I didn't really know any different, and B, I didn't really know how to protect my limb when my leg wasn't on.
When I first started playing, I just wore a regular street shoe and I actually wore hockey pants in my sled, but later realizing that's not the most ideal because it's way too bulky and you don't really need protection when you're sitting in a bucket. You do wear shin protectors, and I actually wear a skate boot that has the skate missing just to protect my toes from pucks or people slapping at your feet.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything, all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming GeoSatellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do? Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM. Scores! Jägerbomb!
in his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Team USA leading 4-0 with 2 periods inside the Moose Jaw Event Center. The sun shining all week long on the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships. This is Game 20, culmination of a fantastic week in southern Saskatchewan. I'm Daniela Ponticelli alongside Darren DuPont. And Darren, the bronze medal game prior to this one, such a tight, close contest between Czechia and China.
Yeah, it really was. Came right down to the end of that game, and you know, a really deserving win for the Czechs. I thought they had a really great tournament. You know, through the preliminary round, they had a tough draw. They had to play the U.S. They had to play Canada. But they played Canada well, right, in the preliminary round, losing just 2-1. That was the game of the tournament for them leading up to the medal round, and then getting past Italy, and then against China, who had played so well and so great offensively. They were great defensively. Martin Kudela was great in goal, and then Radek Zelinka late in that game to get the winner. It was a lot of fun, and you know, a first ever medal at the Para World Hockey Championships.
Yeah, so making history there. And of course, Canada making history as a whole. Very first time ever hosting the World Para Ice Hockey Championships. And what an incredible feat considering the event started in 1996. And now they meet here on home ice, vying for gold, hoping to get on the board as well. They have yet to score against the Americans in the preliminary round and now today as well.
Hockey Canada hosts so many international events. They all want to come here. We love our hockey so much. This event finally making its way north of the border. And in speaking with Hockey Canada, people, you know, they love just how much the community's embraced it, how much the athletes have loved being a part of this tournament in Canada. So I don't think this will be the last time we see this tournament in this country.
Let's hope not. It's been a terrific first 30 minutes, especially for the American fans. The Canadians coming close, but it all starts here.
Yeah, great shot, good finish. Jack Wallace put this puck towards the net. And on the rebound, David Eustace put it home. The Americans were able to score twice shorthanded in this hockey game. Here's another chance as Declan Farmer, again, so good, but a stop from Larac. He continues to battle in that Canadian net, and quick and active with the stick to knock that out of harm's way. Canada had a couple of chances. That was a close call on the American goaltender, Jen Lee. He didn't know where that was, so it went right underneath the glove. Another chance from Canada, but they just were unable to get shots off. As much as the Americans score goals, they protect the net really well too, blocking several shots. When Canada's had a great opportunity, it's been really difficult to even get the shot away. Can they find some room in this third period and start what would be a big comeback?
And again, Jen Lee has only allowed 2 goals anytime he's been in net in this tournament. He's had 3 starts. And that brings us
here was the other shorthanded goal.
Yeah, so open ice. Jack Wallace knows he's clear to take his time, be patient, move the puck left to right, back again. And that's where we stand with shots on goal heavily favoring the Team USA 18-6.
Yeah, shots were 9-4 for the U.S. in that second period. Canada will need a little more if they want to come back in this one.
The fans believe, the team believes. There's 15 minutes still to go in regulation. Corbin Smith, Declan Farmer get it going in the third period, and that's one way to do it. Fire it off towards Jen Lee right from the center. Apply that pressure early on here in the third. Dom Cozzolino can't meet his teammate though. Josh Pauls feeds it up to Farmer. Farmer swerves by, he's all alone. No, Zach Lavin is there. Stops him from having that clean look, and Grove fires it, catches his teammate Malik Jones. In his World Championship debut, Jones enjoying a 5-point game in the semifinal. 10-2 win over China to secure their spot in this game. Declan Farmer chips it up high. Tyrone Henry feeds it up to Smith. Oh, McGregor will take it, shoots it towards the net. Noah Grove right on him. It's Brody Roybal now for the Americans. Top touches up. Nichols with plenty of space. Open lanes. Roybal, big stop by Larac. Gets the crowd fired up. Give the Americans another chance. That one up high.
Great save by Larac. Moving from his left to his right, getting the pad on it. And that's a great stop that can energize this Canadian group.
Chris Douglas protecting the line for the Americans. Number 17 has been tremendous for them as well. 5 points in the tournament so far. Jack Wallace already with a goal and an assist through the first 2 frames. That short-handed goal by Wallace, making it 4 for Team USA. Wallace again. Tries to find Douglas. McKee certainly slow down Adam Dixon. As Travis Dotson will play it up. Looks for McKee. Sends it down. Zach Lavin from Okotoks, Alberta. Helping out his fellow Albertan, Oren Halbert. Providing that support. Now, Kovacevic getting caught up on David Eustace. Eustace finds another chance to fire one off towards the net of Laroc. Shots on goal continue to add up here for the Americans. 19-17. As McKee gets slowed down by Jacobs-Webb. And Micah Kovacevic looks to get his stick on it. Here's Rod Crane. Fires it back down. Noah Grove quick to intercept along the center line. Far side into the corner. Shakes off Tyrone Henry. Now Malik Jones has room. Fires that one into the glove of Laroc. A big time stop for the Canadian goaltender.
Good save by the glove of Laroc. Here we'll see it from Jones trying to find the top corner. It was labeled, but Laroc followed it the whole way. Canada's doing a good job of having 5 players in below the top of the circle defensively, but at some point soon they're going to have to take a couple of chances and leave somebody out, maybe near the blue line or in the neutral zone, to try and catch the Americans. So we'll see at what point do the Canadians start to press here and take a few more chances.
Corbin Smith gets straighted out from Moncton, Ontario. His 4th Worlds. Has never experienced a gold medal finish. Declan Farmer finds Wallace. Cozzolino getting in the way. And Laroc again comes through big for Canada.
Yeah, with the crowd in front as well. It's Wallace with Cozzolino watching him, throws it to the net. Laroc's able to see that the whole way. Zach Lavin did a good job clearing out the side of the crease to give his goaltender a good look.
Cozzolino swaps back out for Corbin Smith. Declan Farmer wins the draw. Smith quickly scoops up the rebound, takes control. Roybal, though, right on it. Slows it down. High circle into the slot all the time. Patience looks for that pass. That one, Lavin in the way. Good block. Comes through. One-on-one battle there with Roybal as Captain McGregor gets on Jack Wallace. Zach Lavin with the feed to McGregor. Goal!
Great finish from Tyler McGregor. He's had another chance earlier in the game. Wasn't able to beat Jen Lee. He wasn't going to miss this time. Recognizes the chance from Lavin. Good feed. Great finish. Moving to his left, setting the puck across body to the right, and beating Jen Lee. Canada on the board.
Who else but the Canadian captain, number 8, Tyler McGregor, his 10th point of the tournament, 4th goal, and it's Canada's first against Team USA in the contest, in the tournament. The reigning world champions still with the big leads, 4-1 though. And the fans get the goal they've been waiting for. James Dunn giving chase as Misiewicz goes into the boards. No penalty on that. Good clean hit. Zach Lavin gets the assist. And Tyrone Henry, whose family has been shaking the pom-poms behind the bench for the Canadians. A little something extra to celebrate, but Farmer and Wallace not stopping the pressure. Making those passes look all too easy. There's another big one to McGregor. Can't get a stick on it. There will be a penalty coming to Declan Farmer.
Yeah, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct. He didn't like the hit by Dunn, and so Canada gets a chance on the power play.
Tyrone Henry, Zach Levin, and your captain Tyler McGregor get Canada on the board. Team USA leads 4-1 in the third period of the gold medal final.
In his first Paralympic Games for Canada. Here comes James Dunn with his first Paralympic goal. Like he's been doing it all his life.
Play back underway. Canada on their 5th power play of the game, yet to score with a player advantage, but on the board thanks to captain Tyler McGregor just prior to the unsportsmanlike contact from Declan Farmer, costing the Americans another trip to the penalty box. And Travis Dotson sustaining some solo pressure on the Canadians deep in their own end. Dixon frees it. Cozzolino tries to get there, but Christopher Douglas beats the puck first. And that was a hefty collision again. All good and clean, a physical game between these well-conditioned finalists on the World Para Ice Hockey Championship stage. Captain McGregor has got 1 goal for Canada. Looks to make it 2. Canadians yet to score on the power play, but the Americans certainly have. What a collision. In the final minute here of this USA penalty, Dominic Larocque forced to play the puck.
Canada just hasn't been able to get anything going on the power play tonight, and this opportunity is no different.
McGregor, though, looks to shake off Brody Roybal. Really can't. It's so tough. Misiewicz getting on it. Roybal nearly could have taken that one away. Chases on Dixon, Misiewicz, Roybal down deep, and again, plays like this read like it's an American power play, but it's Canada with the player advantage. And under the sled of Smith, Roybal flicks it up. Misiewicz looks to carry it through Dom Cozzolino. The steal, but again forced to go back in deep in the Canadian end. And Declan Farmer now out on the ice for the Americans. Rob Armstrong tees it up for Dixon. That doesn't quite meet. Noah Grove intercepts, and he's putting on the speed. Armstrong defends well for Canada, forcing him into the near corner. Smith back up, looks for his teammates in red. Final 7 minutes here in the third period. Noah Grove feeds to Farmer. Farmer tees it up, comes in close, scores! Declan Farmer, second goal of the night, making it 5-1 Team USA.
They answer the Canadian goal. Noah Grove in transition makes the play to Farmer. And it got Casalino in a tough spot with Malik Jones on a 2-on-1 going to the back door. You got to be worried about the pass and the shot. And as a defender, you need to take away the pass. You leave Larocque with the shot, and that's not an easy task when it's Declan Farmer. He reached around and put it inside the far post.
Declan Farmer having himself a night. Got a hat trick in the semifinal over China. Gets his second goal tonight. His first, that short-handed goal late in the first period, which right now would sit as the game winner if the score stands, but Canada still with time. David Eustace fires towards the net, a pad save by Larocque. Lavin collects the rebound, can't quite get control. Tavis Dotson to Eustace. Lavin again for Canada, providing that pressure. He has been absolutely tremendous. 26-year-old defenseman, but Brody Roybal chips it up. Shots on goal. That differential widening here. Wallace again, that one. Tyrone Henry doing his best net minding. Zach Lavin tried to find Rod Crane, but Roybal again for Team USA. Benjamin Musselman out there with him, setting up near the crease. Loose puck. Anton Jacob Webb up to Boily. Big collision. Boily down to Jacobs Webb. 2 Canadians, 2 Americans, 3 Americans now. Need to get in on it. Deep in the USA zone. Officials watch on. Plenty of action along the boards to free it up. Final 5 minutes of the third period.
Yeah, Americans are happy with those board battles because one thing they do is they chew up the clock.
And this is a little dangerous for Canada. It's an empty net, and Josh Mashevitz has it. That pass to Declan Farmer easily could have been potted away into the empty net, and it's a tough go right now. 6-on-5 for the Canadians. Of course, trying to get in earlier with the extra attacker, but nearly caught off guard. Jacobs Webb has got to maintain control. Passes to Dunn, flips it down low, past the goal line. Empty net in the Canadian zone, and Declan Farmer has control. Not where you want to be right now. Malik Jones as well. Dom Casalino. Yeah, forces the offside at least. Josh Paul's the captain. Sends it back, showing his experience on the world stage. Over the far side, Zach Lavin. Canada with 6 players on the ice. Empty net. They look to chip away. Declan Farmer, though, fired up, already has 2 goals. Pots away. No, he doesn't. It's wide. Malik Jones instead settles it back. Again, you're forcing Canada deep into its own end here. Can't get a handle on it. Captain McGregor got the goal for Canada. Tyrone Henry can't beat Wallace. Smith too, trying. Far side, Rod Crane, last line of defense. Another good block there by Tyrone Henry had he not been there. That empty netter in. Dixon, loose puck. McKee has it on his stick. That one goes in. Kevin McKee with the empty netter. The widen the lead, 6-1. Team USA within the final 3 minutes.
Yeah, Canada will bring Dom LaRock out after this one. They took their chance with the empty net. Try and find a way to chip away at the lead. But it's going to be too much for the USA here tonight. Be another silver for Canada, but there were moments in this game. There were moments when you thought maybe this could be their night.
And great individual efforts by players like Zach Lavin, Vincent Wally taking a hard line into the boards. We'll have a slashing call up next. And that'll send Canada on the power play. But Kevin McKee and the empty netter puts Team USA up 6-1 in the third period.
It's your online portal to all things Moose Jaw. It's everything all in one location. Find it all at discovermoosejaw.com.
Mission Control, can we access the internet through that satellite?
Confirming Geo satellite is internet capable.
Why do you ask?
Hello?
Are you streaming music right now?
What y'all trying to do?
Canada heading on power play number 6 late in the third period here. Unable to get going, unable to score with the player advantage. It'll be 7. No, let's do the math here. 6 on 4. That sounds about right.
Yeah, you got it.
Goaltender out of play. I'm just adding extra players on the ice. Why not? Canada can certainly do something here. They have 2 more players in Team USA right now with Kevin McKee in the penalty box on a slashing call. Halbert fires it back down. Lavin and Cozzolino. McGregor right behind. Looking for a wraparound. Grove will close the lane. Final 2 minutes of play in this gold medal final. There will be a penalty coming up. The official signaling a slashing call.
Yeah, Dom Cozzolino is going to go to the box, and it happened when he lost his stick in a desperate play to try and get the puck away from Josh Pauls in the power play. It just didn't work. There it is. Took a swipe, lost the stick, and back to even strength.
A tough turn of events for the Canadians. Dom LaRock back in net. 4 on 4 here. When you consider 6 power play opportunities, no goals scored for the Canadians yet. This is their 6th chance. But the Americans able to get 2 shorthanded goals against the hosts. Jacobs Webb looking to feed it through to Armstrong. That gets chipped down. Tyrone Henry collecting it. Final minute 30 inside the Moose Jaw Event Center. Game number 20 in this beautiful facility in the gold medal final. Wallace up to Douglas, to Jones. Tries to keep track of it. Big opportunity there. Jacobs Webb settles it down for Canada. It is 4 on 4 right now. Jacobs Webb. Lane closed by Jack Wallace. And Evan Nichols will tee something up. 18 to could pass it over. Instead, plays it Henry. With some tight defense. Final 45 seconds. In the gold medal final, Tyrone Henry sends it down. Team USA Taking it slow in their own zone, Malik Jones. The big pass over to Nichols. Jack Wallace tees it up for Kevin McKee. Final 20 seconds. There's an icing call to bring it back into the American end.
A great tournament for Canada and their goaltender Dominic Larocque. But the Americans showing the world why they're number one. And again tonight in the gold medal final, proving once again, first class and so dominant.
Yeah, keeping Canada just 8 shots on goal right now in the final 20 seconds. Chance already going for the Americans here in Canada. Jack Wallace carries the puck over. Final seconds. Team USA undefeated to their 3rd straight gold medal finish at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships. A 6-1 win against Canada for the first time ever on Canadian ice.
Tough look. And you see the Canadian side, but the Americans was in doubt for a bit early on, especially when Canada had multiple chances on the power play. But top to bottom, this American team, the best team when we arrived here in Moose Jaw, and they'll continue to be the best team in the world when we leave.
It started with a goal from Joshua Misiewicz. Then Declan Farmer, shorthanded. Then David Eustace, why not, made it 3-0. Another shorthanded effort by Jack Wallace with a 4-0 lead heading into the 3rd period. And then Canada's captain, Tyler McGregor, helped by Zach Lavin and Tyrone Henry, to get on the board. First goal against Team USA in the tournament. But with the empty net right there, or rather just before Declan Farmer gets his 2nd goal, then on the empty netter, Kevin McKee puts the final stamp on it, 6-1. So the game winner goes to number 16, Declan Farmer. An incredible effort from one of the leaders, and the coaches, staff of Team USA leave here once again. Reigning champions, head coach David Hoff has never known anything but gold. This is his 3rd World's appearance at the helm for the Americans as they three-peat, the best in the world at para ice hockey.
They really are the best in the world, and they like playing in Canada. Paralympic gold in 2010, World Hockey gold in 2023.
And it really has been that long, Darren, since Canada has hosted any major international para hockey event. And in a lot of ways, that is a big win for Canada, bringing the game to home ice, home soil. Proud Canadian fans to the end. Fantastic fans here in Moose Jaw. Tough loss for Canada on home ice, as they will collect silver proudly. And take a look at the hardware getting set up, and we will head to the medal ceremonies. And when we do, you'll hear the voice of Cole Belfay, the in-house announcer.
Of the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey World Championship.
Receive recognition
Please direct your attention
for their
to
work.
center ice for tonight's
We'll head now
closing
down to
ceremonies.
ice level.
The best player from each team will be awarded a limited edition artist signed print by Saskatchewan-based Indigenous artists. The artist signed print is a creative collaboration between Roger W. Ross and Brandy Jones. This piece was designed specifically for the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championship, inspired by the game itself. The movement, created in Brandy Jones' authentic style, is meant to mimic the players in full flight. The flags acknowledge the world coming together in spirited competition, as well as the Métis, Treaty Number 4, and Saskatchewan flags, which pay homage to the host community, Moose Jaw. The awards will be presented by Barry Renard, co-chair of the steering committee for the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championship, and Ryan McIver, co-chair steering committee for the World Para Ice Hockey Championship, and the general manager of the Moose Jaw Event Center. The player of the game from Team Canada, number 8, Tyler McGregor. And the player of the game from Team USA, number 37, David Eustace. And now we would like to request Peter Anderson on behalf of World Para Ice Hockey, Clive Tolley, his worship of the city of Moose Jaw, and Tim McLeod, MLA of Moose Jaw North, to join Barry and Ryan for a special presentation. On behalf of the 2023 World Para Hockey Championships, Barry and Ryan would like to present World Para Ice Hockey, the city of Moose Jaw, and the province of Saskatchewan with this limited edition print signed by the artist Brandy Jones that was created specifically as a gift to honor those who have supported the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championship and make it a reality. In Indigenous cultures across Turtle Island, the Thunderbird brings illumination and represents leadership, spiritual guidance, and strength. The totem found in the body represents community lifting each other up in celebration of kinship. Brandy Jones wants to offer her sincere gratitude for being given the opportunity to create a genuine artwork for such a significant tribute. To present the officials with trophies recognizing their participation in today's gold medal game is Peter Anderson, as the World Para Ice Hockey Technical Delegate and Chairman of the Directorates of the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championship. Can we please ask the officials to step forward to receive their trophies? The referees were Matthew Fergenbaugh, linesperson Bo Andreas, and Tony Runstrom. And now, for the Best Player Awards, the Championship Directorate has selected the Best Forward, Best Defenseman, Best Goaltender, and Most Valuable Player of the tournament. Please welcome back Peter Anderson to present these awards. And now the best board of the tournament. From Team USA, number 16, Declan Farmer. And now, time for the best defenseman of the tournament. And that is given to Team Czechia, number 15, Radek Zelenka. Time now for the best goalkeeper of the tournament. From Team Italy, number 1, Santino Stilitano. And the most valuable player of the tournament goes to, from Team USA, number 16, Declan Farmer. We now invite Louis Beelan, World Para Ice Hockey Assistant Technical Delegate, and Clive Tolley, Mayor of the City of Moose Jaw, to present the silver medals to Team Canada. Number 2, Rod Crane. Number 4, James Dunn. Number 8, Tyler McGregor. Number 9, Corbin Smith. Number 11, Adam Dixon. Number 13, Vincent Boyle. Number 14, Raphael Toussaint. Number 19, Dominic Cozzolino. Number 20, Jacob LeBlanc. Number 21, Alexis Auclair. Number 26, Anton Jacobs-Webb. Number 5, Tyrone Henry. Number 7, Zach Levin. Number 29, Mika Kovacevic. Number 61, Rob Armstrong. Number 92, Oren Halbert. Number 30, Jean-Francois Hinault. And number 31, Dominic Larocque. And now, for the gold medal. Please please welcome Peter Anderson and MLA North Tim McLeod to present the gold medals to Team USA. Number 3, Brandon Adam. Number 4, Brody Roybold. Number 9, Travis Dodson. Number 10, Brett Bolton. Number 14, Ben Musselman. Number 16, Declan Farmer. Number 18, Evan Nichols. Number 19, Malik Jones. Number 22, Noah Grove. Number 24, Josh Mishevitz. Number 88, Kevin McKee. Number 8, Jack Wallace. Number 17, Chris Douglas. Number 27, Josh Pauls. Number 37, David Eusis. Number 29, Griffin Lamar. And number 32, Jen Lee. We would now like to ask that if you please rise and are able to remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem of Team USA.
USA secures their third straight World Championship goal with a 6-1 win over Canada. Declan Farmer, best forward and tournament MVP. Canada's captain Tyler McGregor capping his tournament with the country's lone goal against the Americans, helping the hosts to a silver medal finish. Czechia made history earlier today, winning their first ever world's bronze 3-2 over China. 8 teams, 20 games, USA still on top. On behalf of our entire IKS media crew and Darren DuPont, I am Daniela Ponticelli. Thank you for watching the 2023 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada.